You don't know. Bad man. Yeah. This body baby oh. This body baby oh. Yeah. It's a bad man thing, yeah. Bad girl make you wine to the bass, nah. Give me that thing where I go feel relate, nah. The way you back it up, the way you boss in the place, nah.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel today. It's Art Diva here with you, and this is going to be a chit chat flip through. As you can see, here is another Korean book that I have. I love the Korean coloring books. The paper is just so great. I would say for majority of them I get. The name of this book in English is Girls Around the World. At least that's what the title said. Now, I purchased this book from my favorite shop, which is coolcraftbooks. I'm not sure if she has any more available, but be sure to check that out on Etsy, and that's coolcraftbooks. That's all one word. And yeah, I just wanted to give her a shout out, so be sure to check her channel, okay guys? So let's start flipping through the book. Here you have your table of contents, but they're all in Korean. And that doesn't bother me because everything is universal in pictures, so I'm good with just having the pictures. But here are some that are already done for you that possibly you can look at and get some sort of inspiration from. The paper is really nice, not too thick, not too thin, really soft. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. And as you can see, they are from all around the world. You got the Netherlands, you got Greece, you got Philippines, you got Tibet. Hopefully you guys are seeing all of that. There's England, Austria, Spain, Bulgaria, France, Poland, Czech Republic. I have a couple books from these places here. Maybe I have one from here. Actually, I have a book from every one of these illustrations here. I even have one from Finland. Well, I take that back. I had some coloring pages, but they were more like for watercolor. So I just kind of donated those. I don't do watercolor unless it's in a pencil, but it was more, I would say the paper was more raised for absorbing water, actual water. And I actually colored a spread, one-page spread for you guys, so you guys could have a look. See? Because I don't do coloring when I'm filming, only because I'm so slow, and honey, the SIM card, not all of it, not the SIM card, but the what do you call that card, the video card would just totally run out, because I like to take my time. I have to stop, you know, I have things that I have to do. I just can't sit and color for you guys. I'm sorry, but I would love to share what I do. Perhaps one day I'm going to do a whole little book or something. Don't ask me when. I don't know. When I get a lot done and I feel the wind to do it, I will. And I would just like to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. The images are really nice. And as I say, the paper is great. Each illustration does not say where it comes from, so, you know, it's okay. It may, because it's in Korean, I take that back. But I don't know what it is. That's pretty. She's pretty as well. Sorry if my hands are constantly in the way. I'm trying to hold it down because you know how books are. You can spread it out. I usually do that when I color. I make it go as far as it can. Actually, what I did, I split one of the pages at the, well, the page at the end, the one that I colored for you guys. But it's okay. So you may see remnants of some tape. I wish I had some invisible tape. I didn't think about that, but I just didn't want the paper to rip, the coloring page to continue to rip. So if you decide to take your whole book loose, it would probably come out with ease if you bend it all the way to where you just see where it's glue. I believe it's glue bound. I like that. That's pretty too. The kimono dress. Hopefully my light is bright enough for you guys to see. I may need to charge it. I have a mini, it's about maybe that long, that wide. I have a USB light that can be recharged and just sits on top of the camera. And if you have one of those DSL cameras like I do, you can attach it. I have a tri-bar where you have 2 bars on each side and then you have a bar in the middle. So I got like a microphone in the middle. I got over here my light, and then over here I have a remote attachment on because when if I take a selfie, all I have to do is hold the remote in my hand. It's not attached, it's wireless, and you just stick it in the camera, and there you go. If you have any questions about that, be sure to message me and I'll try and tell you what brand I have. I know I purchased it all from Amazon though. My little microphone is cute, it's pink. She's pretty. I like that chair. I like the whole situation here. And as you can see, they're a one-page spread, or should I say two-page spread, but they're double-sided. So make sure you put some type of cardstock or thick paper in between. I usually buy poster board, not like the ones with the different color. I just recently, I think last night. Last night I ordered some 8.5 by 11 cardstock, but it's foil, so it's like metallic or whatever. And I ordered 2 different sizes. And I ordered one that's 12 by 12, so I can stick it between my book because I'm special. I want to look at pretty things, so I want my cardstock to be pretty when I'm coloring. I ordered all of it except for glitter. Glitter's not going to mess because I don't want the glitter imprint to show up on my picture. But other than that, if it's flat, I'm going to try it out. I never tried that foil cardstock look, but I'm going to do it just to see how I do. She's pretty. I like that. And even though a lot of the images have either Asian or Caucasian, most of them have like Caucasian features, there's a way, if you color it, you know, depends on your color, that you can make it look more, should I say, African American if you want, or Spanish. You know, it depends on your colors that you choose, your skin tones. Like that. That's super cute. Look at that dress. That's pretty. I just recently thrifted a dress, something like that. It's like a mustard, like a bright mustard yellow. And yeah, if you ever want to see my thrift channel, you can check me out on Love in the City, but I haven't posted anything in a while, so don't go rushing over here looking for a thrift haul. I'm trying to get some items. I've been thrifting things so I can do a whole video. I just have not gotten to it. But over here, I'm just only going to do art. And voila, we have come to the page that I did. Now, mind you, I added some things, okay? If you ever watched my supply haul, you might have caught me or seen me talk about what stencils and stuff I use. If not, I don't know. I'll see if I can attach it to this video. But here, now this tree is drawn by me. And I hadn't drawn anything in a while. I think what I should have done was just look at a tree, and then it would have been like, boom, fresh my memory. Because in school I used to take up art, but you know, it wasn't like an elective. It wasn't anything you had to do. But yeah, I was okay. I won't say my drawings were super great, but I'm a colorist. I can color for days, okay? I could color for the gods for you, but hopefully you like this. Not trying to be too braggadocious here, but yeah, all of the stuff you see here in the background was not there. The grass wasn't there, the birds, the clouds, the tree, the sun. I did all of that. Some of the leaves here I did freehand after I used the one stencil, and then I just kind of like freehand some of it just to see if I was able to do it, which leads me here to, you see this little blemish here, and that's only because if you can't erase a whole lot on this paper. And I have two electric erasers. I have a real slim, skinny one that gets in little tight spots such as that. And then I have one that's a little bit wider that would get into spots like this. But yeah, that would happen to you. And I'm so glad it's not like really, really bad to just like destroy my picture. Nevertheless, I was not happy. I was just kind of bummed about it. But oh well, what can you do? But the grass here is simple. I just did the little... should I say blades, the blades of grass, and just kind of, do little zips here and there like that. And then, of course, I colored it in, and then to make it show, use a darker green. And then here, in the corner here, I call myself starting a tree, like if a tree was growing, because trees aren't just automatically like this, they have to grow. So I said, okay, let me just draw a little tree here, and what you see here is the stencil. So I just stenciled and I hand drawn this part here, but I stenciled the green, the leaves on it. I stenciled the bird, and if you want to know the name of the stencil, it's what do you call it? It's BAM, B-A-M, BAM stencils, and you can find those on Amazon and eBay. But I got majority of my stencils from Amazon. I'm just like an Amazon junkie. You can't stay off of it. Husband's always complaining, but oh well. Here's the clouds. I have a cloud stencil. I have two types of cloud stencils. I have this one with the really small clouds, and I have just this one big one. So if the page was bigger, because sometimes the books are bigger and you can do bigger clouds. So I opted to do the small clouds. Here's my color choice combination for a dress. And I used like maybe 3 colors for this tree. And then here my husband was like, what is that right there? You know how sometimes you have like the odd shaped hole in the tree? It looks like maybe a squirrel is living in there or something. I wish I knew how to draw a squirrel. Then that would have been perfect. I'd have put a squirrel right here in a little corner. But oh well. And then I decided to stencil the bird on the actual branch versus in flight. And then here, I have it's one big round stencil about this big all the way around. And then inside of it has different size. It starts like that, and it gets smaller of this different sizes of circles. And it's so small you can draw like the pupil inside of an eye, because on some of the books, you know, sometimes they don't have that pupil in there, and I want the pupil. So to have a perfectly straight pupil, you know, I use it. But here's the bird in flight here. So yeah, these were stenciled in. And everything else was as is here on this book. And she looked a little younger, but I didn't want to make her super glammed out with makeup, so I tried to stay within the confines of what the drawing was. Okay, let me go ahead and get through this flip through because it's getting long. She's pretty. They're all pretty, but you know, I have some faves. And normally what I do after I show you guys the flip through, I'll get a sticky post, and most of the time I use black sticky posts, or I use pink or green. Sometimes I use yellow, but yeah, I'll put a sticky post just right in between, and that way, so when I'm ready to color the next picture, boom, I just flip through to wherever the sticky post is, and then, you know, I don't have to flip through the whole entire book. I just usually look up, you know, flip it through wherever I see a sticky post sticking out at. And then once I get to the picture, and then I'll just flip to an empty page and stick sticky post there, and then be like, okay, that's the next one I want to color. It's just something I do. You don't have to do that, of course. You do whatever you do. She's cool. And let me see if I can zoom in for you. You see how she doesn't necessarily have a pupil. So I'll just draw me a pupil in the eye. If you're good at freehand, then I'm such a perfectionist. I just like for things. I like it for it to look like if it was already there, if you know what I mean. Like her. She doesn't have a pupil. So I will use my little stencil. It's about this big, but I use the little one inside of it, and I'll just draw me a perfectly straight stencil. And I use a graphic pencil. And it's usually the same color as this. That way it looks as if it's drawn on. So if you want to look up graphic pencils, you can. I usually use King's Art. That's one word, graphic pencils. And you can find it on Amazon, I believe, and eBay. I'm trying to get back to the picture. Let's see. Jeez. I wasn't that far back, was I? Well, it doesn't want to do it for me. How I was trying. There we go. Like you see the clouds and all of that. You see how that is? And it looks like it perhaps might have been there. I do it real light. I don't do it heavy. But, you know, they have different sizes of the pencils. So I'll use the thinnest pencil. And, yeah. I just used a graphic pencil. A graphite, I should say graphite pencil, not graphic, graphite pencil. That's awesome. My birthday is on Christmas Day, so of course I like anything Christmas. Can't wait to color that. My poor mother, she was in the hospital on Christmas Day. Bless her soul, she's passed on, but yeah. Let's put on Christmas Day, y'all. Here we go. And if any of you are interested in where I'm from, because I noticed I just said y'all, I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I live in Atlanta. She's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Looks like this, like a 70s outfit. There's my Indian girl. Very ethnic looking. She's cool. I put that page there because that's one I want to color, and I need to remember the page. So you may see me holding that page. I can put that back. She's cool as well. She got all her jewelry on. That's a beautiful necklace she has on. And that is the end, guys. If you survived this long video, I thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting on? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
No.